Okay. Well, always nice to come in to this after a win. So it's proud of our guys and the effort they put forth. I thought, I don't know if we could have played a better first half, getting the turnover right before half and turning it into another score. Thought we played a very complete first half. Unfortunately, I don't feel like we played that way in the second half. And so we're going to, find some things there that we can improve on and get better at and try to keep our standards high so that we don't make those mistakes again. And had we made those same mistakes in the first half, the game would have looked much differently. And we would have been in a complete dogfight at the end of the game. We didn't win the second half. They scored more points in the second half than we did. They won the fourth quarter. It's something we really try to pride ourselves on and become stronger as the game goes along. And we got to play a lot of guys, put a lot of guys in, which was great. But everybody's held to the same standards. So we got to get better. And we got 5 days to do it. So we'll get back to work. I mean, even today. So like I said, outside on the field after the game, it's about 3 hours from now. We're going to be turning our sights completely to Temple, and we need to.
Want to kick us off, Ken?
Sure. Coach, you got out to a strong start, took the opening kickoff, 41-yard touchdown pass by Bryson Daly, Noah Short, hit the ball back, and then you go a 17-play drive, 90 yards, and a TD by Bryson. How does it feel when your offense is effective and get off to a good start?
Oh, well, it sure makes it easier on everybody. I think I'm certain when teams are defending us, they see, we're a ball control offense, and that we're going to try to, just methodically move the ball down the field. We don't get impatient, and so they know that there's going to be limited possessions, and if we can get a lead, then I think that one, gives us some confidence, and two, I think puts some pressure on the other team to feel like they've got to score because of the limited possessions. And so to get the first score, we got that one pretty quick, and Noah made a really nice catch off an excellent throw from the quarterback. And then the next drive really, that to me is Army football. And we overcame some things on that drive, a false start penalty to start the drive, and then a long third down. And so we overcame some things on that drive, which I was proud of, and got a score, make it 14.
And just to go again, the solid play, the defense held Rice to 111 yards in the first half, and you got an interception by Andy Thomas. The defensive backfield seemed to be again growing. Maxine Menko, I think, led in tackles today. How did you feel about how the defense is continuing to grow?
Well, I think they're improving, and there's obviously some plays in there we'll find where we probably were poorly positioned. Some missed tackles that we had that we just can't afford those. We could today, but there's going to be times the next game and game after that, other times where we can't afford that. So just fundamentals and trying to play better. And I was happy we got a turnover. That was big. Like I said, that one before the half was a big turning point in the game. Went from 21-0 to 28-0.
And kind of two special plays. You got the Elamendosi blocked the field goal. Casey Larkin picked it up, and then you went for a fake punt later and didn't get the yardage on it.
Yeah, I'll probably be losing sleep over the fake punt in February. We had a dual call, so we had two fakes called, and depending on the look, we were going to want to run one or the other. And unfortunately, we misidentified the look and ran the fake that we didn't want to run. So it's okay. It happens. It's my responsibility to get those guys prepared for those moments and not get baited into the wrong call. And we just, we'll learn from it. And but those things disappoint me because it's my responsibility to prepare our guys and have them more ready to make the right decision. And I can't recall if there was 15 more seconds on the clock when I identified it, but I could have hit the button and said something to the guy that was out there, and I didn't. So that's an error on my part. I should have had that microphone on. I could have helped him.
So,
Coach, the last drive of the first half, 2 minute, 1 minute drill. I don't know if it's a missing piece of the offense, but it's a bit very important. It shows growth. Do you think a drive like that shows growth where you can go down the field, or is it expected to do that?
Yeah, we practiced it every day. That hurry up situation. So something we work on, and that's a critical time in the game. Certainly if that's at the end of the game and you got to do that to win the game, it's a very critical point in the game. So we do we invest a lot in that. So it's hard though, because the other team's prepared and they know what you're trying to do, push the ball down the field. And so, credit to the offense. They did a nice job executing there in that last drive.
The way Bryson plays each game, it shows his value to the team. Of course, he's the quarterback of the team. He's got to run the offense. But how impressed were you with him today? Because it seemed like he had a great running game. He made all the right plays.
He did. And what he did really well, we gave him a lot of dual calls and he had to choose between one or the other. And there were some where we had a call and he just knew that we needed to run it to the other side. So we checked it to the other side, the same play, the other direction. He made some really good decisions today on that. And not all those are coming through the headset, because once that thing hits 14, you're off, and he's got to sometimes make those decisions or those changes inside of that 15 seconds. So he did a nice job. His maturity is really showing. He's the first ball game against Lehigh, he had that errant pitch. That was not a very good decision. And he knew it and he learned from it. He's not doing silly things like that, taking chances and just protecting the ball and taking care of our team. And that's his job. And he runs the ball really tough. And he ran for a bunch of yards today, but did a good job delivering the football as well when he's throwing the ball. So he's playing better, and we just hopefully can keep him healthy and continue to improve.
I wonder if you could speak on the job that Cody Worley's done calling the plays and the offensive way the offense is run. I mean, that's a big part of the job start, I think.
Yeah, sure. Cody's doing an excellent job, and he's got a lot of experience with this offense and with option football, and he's put together a really good package of plays, and they complement each other. We're not overly complicated, which is important, so that we have guys that know what they're supposed to do and play really fast, and then really the focus is on trying to play very sound fundamentally, being good blockers and taking care of the ball, and good route runners, and so I'm very pleased with the job Cody's doing.
Coach, it seems that the passing game has really come into its game, into its own this year, to be equal balance to the pitch and the run. How does that play into the importance of and the effectiveness of the team?
Well, I wouldn't exactly call us a passing game juggernaut. We use that to complement the run. That's really the purpose of it. If we can line it up and run it every single down, we're going to run it every single down. That's just who we are. And that fits us. But eventually we're going to have to throw it. And it's usually in response to what we're seeing from the defense, and we feel like there's an opportunity to be able to complete a pass. So what Cody does is that does a really good job of is giving our guys high percentage throws based on what they're doing defensively, that this is a throw that's going to be there. And we had one over there that got batted down, and but the route was open. They did a good job getting their hand up in the lane. And so we had did we give up one sack? I think we had no, maybe he was getting sacked. That's the one he tossed to Samari. But that's the risk that we run, and anybody does. You throw the football. There's this adage that if you throw the ball, 3 things can happen and 2 of them are bad. I think 4 things can happen and 3 of them are bad. Obviously the incomplete interception, but you also have the possibility of a negative yardage play on the sack. And when you're running the football from under center and you're pounding the ball straight ahead, you're not going to have many lost yardage plays. Every once in a while, you'll have a 0 or a -1 sometimes. We don't have many of those. But you drop back and throw the ball, you get sacked. You know, it's 5, 7, 9, strip sack where the ball comes out. I mean, it's a lot of bad things can happen. It doesn't mean we're opposed to throwing the football, but a high percentage throw where we feel confident we're going to be able to protect the passer and get the throw off.
Let's go to Zoom. Joe, can you start us off. Iacano.
Hey, congratulations on the win. The earlier in the week, you talked about how strong Rice's front seven was and their defensive front. Your offensive line seemed to get a pretty good push most of the game. Can you talk a little bit to the offensive line's performance?
I like our offensive line. They're tough, they're rugged and physical. We were getting some hard yards, particularly in the first half. I think, give credit to Rice. They they did a much better job in the second half of stopping the run and the stuff rate where we weren't, we just 0 yards or 1 yard, just not getting those yards. The early down plays really kind of set us up for the opportunity to go forward on fourth down and getting those manageable third down situations. So trying to get 5 on first down and trying to get half on second down. If you get 5 and then get half of that, you're in pretty good shape. But if you get 2 on first down, but you get 4 on second down, you're still in pretty good shape at third and 4. And it's this early down, the early down success rate that really kind of sets up the opportunities for third and fourth down. So we were getting some hard yards. We gave ourselves a lot of manageable third and fourth down opportunities. So the offensive line's doing a good job. There were a couple of times we had one negative yards play, I recall, in the first half where we had gotten in the gun and they just handed it off to Kanye on his own, and they kind of ran through us and knocked us back. And those are the ones that are disappointing. Get the negative yardage plays, put yourself behind the sticks. But it's a veteran group. Though a couple of the starters are just sophomores. Brady Smalls played a lot of football, and then there's 3 seniors up there starting on offensive line. So that's a good group.
And follow-up and final question, Coach. With the short week coming up, there were a couple injuries today, or either some folks who didn't start potentially due to injury. How's the health of the team, and how important is it to make sure your guys get recovery over the next couple of days?
Obviously, having only 5 days to prepare for the next game, fatigue is a concern. The normal wear and tear that happens over the course of a football game, and the body aches and the tightness and stiffness, and that happens. I mean, when you're in there playing, especially those guys that have a lot of contact with other people, I mean, it's a car wreck about every 30 seconds out there, and some of those guys are getting in a lot of collisions, and so we got to get them back healthy by Thursday. We don't play the game tomorrow, so fortunately that'll give us a chance to get them recovered a little bit and feeling a little bit better. But it is a challenge to turn around and play a game in 5 days, and we've not done that since I've been here. So really relying on Coach Hughes, our strength coach, Jackie McCann and Tim Kelly, our athletic trainers, to build a plan for the next 5 days to give us enough work on the field that we're ready to go and feel prepared, but also doing the things that it's going to take for these guys to be as fresh and ready as they possibly can. And they won't be as fresh on Thursday as they were today. We've been 2 weeks since we played, so our guys should have been fresh and ready. It'll be much more of a challenge for Thursday night, but we got to get as close to that as possible. And so that'll be our focus. And that's a lot of that is individual self-discipline with our players, and their nutrition and hydration and all those things that they can do, that they control.
Ken McMillan?
Jeff, congratulations on the win. Bryson, you've had a lot of great quarterbacks during your tenure here, but can where do you place Bryson Daly on that chart right now?
Well, you're nice to call them great quarterbacks. I don't know if we've had great quarterbacks. I think we've had some guys that really have done a good job of leading our team and made plays for us. I'm careful to call guys great. There's a lot of great players that play college football. Great players. Our guys have been they've been great for us, great for our team, and that's what we strive to do. And I'm very cautious about talking about the talent level of guys, and what we want to do is be a good team and have everybody do their job to help this team be the best that it can. And right now, Bryson Daly is playing as an individual in a way that's helping our team be better. And that's what's important. He's a quarterback, he's a captain, he's handling the ball a lot, he's running the ball a lot. And so it's his responsibility to take good care of the ball, and his responsibility to lead the offense, to lead the team. And he's doing a good job of that. So, he certainly has some ability, and he certainly has some talent, but to compare players, and if he's a great player, then how great is the guy at Ole Miss, or how great is the guy at Alabama? I mean, there's some great players in college football. What they need to do is be great in our offense and great for our team, and I think Bryson is doing that right now for us.
You've had quarterbacks who run the option and can use their speed, get outside a lot, and we did see Bryson with the one run today. But how good is this guy running between the tackles?
Well, you've seen him. I mean, he looks like a B-back. So he stands in there with the guys like Kanye and Hayden Reed and Rendina. I mean, those are all different body types, but you stand Bryson Daly there. If you said, hey, that guy's a running back, nobody would be like, that guy's a running back. I mean, it's what he looks like. And that's the way he runs the football. He's tough, he's rugged, he's strong in his legs and hard to bring down. And so he's a good runner, and it just is a fit for what Cody is positioning him to do. And if we had a different quarterback in there that was our starter, perhaps we might be a little different, just in terms of the things that we do with the quarterback, but maybe not. But Cody's doing a good job giving him what he can handle and what he's good at. And I think Bryson is making plays, and I will tell you that all that kid's trying to do is help our team win. So he's a good, tough runner in between the tackles, but he's built that way.
Jeff, you've had success on special teams or trick plays or things of that nature. What does that send? What message does that send opposing teams and opposing coaches?
I don't know. I mean, they're just plays. They're just plays. And like I said, I'm really disappointed about the one today. That was, we felt like we were very well prepared to run one or the other, and we just misidentified and unfortunately ran the wrong one. And I'll lose sleep over it because I hate running those things and them not working, especially we turn the ball over on downs there and they go down and score and they get their first touchdown. So that's my fault. But they're just plays. We're just trying to give ourselves the best pathway to victory. That's all we're trying to do. And when we faked that, it was 30-0. And the only pathway they have to victory is if they get the ball and score real fast and, kick an onside kick, or you make us turn it over 3 and out and score real fast. And if we could extend our drive there and hold the ball for, even if it's 3 more plays, and we really do have to punt, at least we're running some more time off the clock and limiting the possessions of the other team. So, it's just, whether it's an offensive call, a defensive call, or a special teams call, calling a fake punt to me is no different than calling a punt play where we're going to go out there and kick it and cover it. It's just a play, and it's
And
intentional.
Jeff, last thing, your playing Thursday. It is what it is. Do you favor playing on a Thursday? Do you have any say in it? What do you think about that is it good for college football?
Anytime we can play on national TV and be the marquee game, I think is really good for our program. I don't care when we play it at 9:30 in the morning tomorrow. If it's national TV and we're the only game on, college football junkies all over the country are gonna turn that game on and watch it, and that's good for us. Now, I think ideally, a Thursday game comes on a week like this. So you play at Florida Atlantic, you don't play on Saturday, then you play Thursday night, and then you go Thursday all the way to the following Saturday, you get 9 days for the next one. That's when they're ideal. No, certainly not ideal to play on Saturday, then play again on Thursday, 5 days later, but Temple is in the same situation. They're playing today, they play us on Thursday night, so I don't feel like we're at a physical disadvantage, in terms of being fatigued. We'll be at a physical disadvantage when we play them, because they're talented as hell and fast and big and athletic, and we don't have anybody on our team that got offered a scholarship by Temple. So, I mean, we're gonna have to play our butts off and play really, really well to give ourselves a chance to win.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you.
Lastly, Joe from Underdog, do you have anything?
No, sir, I'm good. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach. Well
Have a
done.
great day, everybody.
Think about the Bryson to the end zone on that fourth down.
Oh, man, it was a great effort, wasn't it? We kept banging our head against the wall there.